Welcome to Bruno Travel Channel. I'm Mario. Follow Mom and I as we explore Italy. Like and subscribe. For our stay in Florence, we take a tour to visit a lot more of the Tuscan region. Florence is considered to be the heart of the Tuscan region, and in the 14th and 17th century, considered as a cradle of society and a major player in the Renaissance. Florence was home to Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Galileo Galilei, among many others. Florence was also the heart of trade, art, and finance. Today we take a tour to see Pisa, Sienna, and more. We love tours and I always recommend them. From the carefree, easy travel to comfy buses, it's a quick way to get some exposure. When picking a tour, choose wisely, however, as some can be kind of like a marathon and push too many sites for the amount of time. I highly recommend tours from popular sites like City Wonders, Viator, Get Your Guide, among others. These would be some of the top players, many of which have apps that make things a lot easier, with maps, audio guides, etc. I would definitely shop directly, but also check some other sites like TripAdvisor, Expedia, and others, as they can have good deals and perks. We arrive to Pisa and quickly see the baptistery of San Giovanni, along with the Pisa Cathedral and tower itself on the backside. The Pisa Cathedral, or better known as Duomo di Pisa, built in 1063 in a Pisan Romanesque style, made of white and gray marble and bronze doors. The tower, originally built as a bell tower for the church, started leaning as early as 1173 due to ground issues. Most of the areas here were at a time part of the ocean, so clearly a foundation issue. tower in a way has made Pisa known worldwide. And the leaning part, I think it's part of the charm. Many attempts to stabilize and straighten the tower over the years have come with mixed reactions, but mostly strong opposition. Leaving Pisa, you'll be able to see the baptistery on the left side of the bus. This entire area at one time was part of the ocean as well.
It's very close, right, to this. So here, let's view.
And here to the left, we see where the old harbor of Pisa used to be. Pretty impressive how the ocean has changed so much over time. A similar scenario in Rome and the surrounding areas of Fiumicino Airport. Ports are the lifeblood of a city, bringing in the bulk of trade. Shipping was one of the Tuscan region's strongest areas. One important tree here is a cypress, popular with cemeteries, as the long shape it has thought to reach the heavens and connect to the other world. As we move on, we enjoy some of that great Tuscan landscape. Here we see a stone quarry on the horizon. A major staple for the Tuscan region, olive oil. While invented in Modena, which is another region, it is greatly grown here and the home to many brands. We are headed to a classic Italian winery known for its variety of fine local and regional wines. A great company that will ship to you worldwide. Great service, and they're known for having many representatives in many languages. They have buyers from India, Korea, the US, and more. Pretty cool. Welcome to Poggio ai Laghi, a great place for a little wine, balsamic vinegar, and other regional products, including olive oils and some very exclusive truffle oils. For the wine, they are not shy about making sure you are pleased with your choices. Ample amounts of samples was very appreciated. I'm not an avid wine drinker, but its casual benefits are important for heart health and getting those antioxidants. Wine pairs great with steak and seafood, and the more festive, sparkling wines are sure to get people happy. For today we have a little lunch and try some of the region's popular wines. Mom's doesn't drink, so a little extra for me. Nice. I tried a good selection of extra dry sparkling wine, Chianti, and a Tuscan pink, and also extra dry rose. My very favorite of the tastings was for sure the balsamic vinegars, at one time considered to be medicine. The vinegars paired really well with cheese. Now time for some wine and lunch. The takeaway from having some amazing pasta here in Italy is cooking al dente. If you look at the pasta box, it actually has perfect instructions. For many years, I was way overcooking pasta. Al dente will be slightly undercooked. It may feel a tad more chewy, but al dente pasta is overall better for you. Uh-oh, here comes more wine. A little more wine and things start to get wild. Not only did I drink Mom's share, it kept getting refilled, time after time and again. A fun time, great meal, and a good place to make some new friends. The wine helped. Raindrops are falling on my head. What's the line again? I don't know the song. Another takeaway from Italy, olive oil. A miracle food, great in antioxidants, tissue repair, and more. We now drench as much as we can in olive oil. Anyways, moving on. The following destination is one totally different to Pisa and Florence, and actually a great rival and enemy of Florence long ago. The city of Sienna. The city of Sienna has a similar legend to that of Rome and its founding. Like Romulus and Remus, which were nursed by a she-wolf, the sons of Remus fled Rome after their uncle killed their father. A lot like their father and uncle, the boys were also fed by a she-wolf. Kind of history repeating itself. Mostly a legend, but the she-wolf is also a predominant symbol in the city of Sienna. The boys Cenius and Ascius later growing up and building Sienna. A legend with plenty of history to back it up, however. The boys arrived to Sienna by horseback. The city of Sienna to this day has a horse competition twice a year, said to have been started by the founding brothers. We arrived to the historic center and explored a little. This was our tour guide, very knowledgeable and great fun. Always follow instructions and take a picture at your meeting point. Most phones place a GPS tag, so if you get lost, go to your photos and follow the map back to your meeting location. Most tour companies warn you, if you miss meeting deadlines, you're pretty much on your own, and will leave without you. It can be almost a little too easy to get lost. Exploring the small alleys, trying gelato, amazing shopping, and picture taking. Sienna is full of history and things to see. Here we see Battistero di San Giovanni Battista, from the 13th century, a work of art, with its wood doors and colored marble, made in a Gothic style. Walk a little more and find Torre del Mangia, located in the Piazza del Campo and Sienna's main square. The tower was built around 1338 and 1348. It is one of the very unique towers in Italy for the Middle Ages, built to represent the power and wealth of the government in Sienna and part of the city's main hall. It was named Mangia from its first bell ringer, who was known to spend most of his earnings in food. The tower stands 289 feet, and it is one of the few so tall from that time period. A little gelato, and back we go. Sienna has great charm, and a formal stay would be amazing. Due to difficult to get to locations and distance, the cost of goods can be a little more steep in the smaller cities. Still, to me, the quality of the food was exceptional. A lot of local ingredients can be expected here: the meats, great cheese, and seasonal fruits. For the quote-unquote older towns, they're surprisingly populated. Some of the buildings here really surprise with modern renovations, while others keep to tradition, which is also appreciated. While we wait for the others, we enjoy our gelato, and off we go. Welcome to San Gimignano. Not too far from Sienna, a medieval town founded in the 1st century. Its heyday around the 11th and 13th century. About an hour away from Florence, San Gimignano is also known as Little New York. While way older than New York, many say it is a town that inspired it. In the 11th and 13th century, a lot of wealth was amassed here. One way families showed off their wealth was building towering skyscrapers. Here we also find a great opportunity to buy some local artisan goods. As we move closer, the towers start to appear. At one point, the town had over 70 towers. Of that, only 14 survive today. Back in the day, if you wanted to marry someone, the girl's parents usually asked, "How high is that family's tower?" Yikes! Depending on the view and location, you'll really see how this town had influence in what we know as New York today. A powerful town, however unfortunate with the Black Death during 1348 and later Florentine rule, its decline said to have part in keeping its medieval look. San Gimignano is also a World Heritage Site since 1990, and historically a pilgrimage site for travelers from France to Rome. We approached the Piazza della Cisterna, a beautiful plaza with a well in the center. One of the town's major meeting sites. Today mostly tourism, shopping, and great cafes. For a small town, I found it very complete. With a transit system, however smaller, we had a great meal and time to wrap up. A lot of history here. Overall, very good tour, filled with information. This tour was in Spanish and English. For a 3-city combo, I think the tour was pretty good for the day. For a little over $100 per person, I think this was really good. Here we see the Castello di San Gimignano, a castle that welcomes travelers passing by. Hope you liked the video. Stay tuned as we explore the next city in Italy. Like, follow, and subscribe.